Dost thou believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all this that he hath promised? I sometimes do believe, and sometimes do not, and those that fear they hope, and know they fear. Patience once more, whiles our compact is urged. You say, if I bring in your Rosalind, you will bestow her on Orlando here. That would I, had I kingdoms to give with her. And you say you will have her when I bring her. That would I, were I of all kingdoms king. You say you'll marry me, if I be willing. That will I, should I die the hour after. But if you do refuse to marry me, you'll give yourself to this most faithful shepherd. So is the bargain. You say that you'll have Phoebe if she will, though to have her and death were both one thing. I have promised to make all this matter even. Keep you your word, O Duke, to give your daughter, you yours, Orlando to receive his daughter. Keep you your word, Phoebe, that you'll marry me, or else refusing me to wed this shepherd. Keep your word, Silvius, that you'll marry her if she refuse me, and from hence I go, to make these doubts all even. I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favour. My lord, the first time that I ever saw him, methought he was a brother to your daughter. But my good lord, this boy is forest born, and hath been tutored in the rudiments and many desperate studies by his uncle, whom he reports to be a great magician, obscured in the circle of this forest. There is, sure, another flood toward, and these couples are coming to the ark. Here comes a pair of very strange beasts, which in all tongues are called fools. Salutation and greeting to you all. Good, my lord, bid him welcome. This is the motley minded gentleman that I have so often met in the forest. He hath been a courtier, he swears. If any man doubt that, let him put me to my purgation. I have trod a measure, I have flattered a lady, I have been politic, and with my friend smooth with mine enemy. I have undone 3 tailors, I have had 4 quarrels, and like to have fought 1. And how was that taken up? Faith, we met, and found the quarrel was upon the 7th cause. How 7th cause? Good, my lord, like this fellow. I like him very well. Good aid you, sir, I desire you of the like. I press in here, sir, amongst the rest of the country, copulatives, to swear and to forswear, according as marriage binds and blood breaks. A poor virgin, sir, an ill-favoured thing, sir, but mine own, a poor humour of mine, sir, to take that no man else will. Rich honesty dwells like a miser, sir, in a poor house, as you pearl in your foul oyster. By my faith, he is very swift and sententious. According to the fool's bolt, sir, and such dulcet diseases. But for the 7th cause, how did you find the quarrel on the 7th cause? Upon a lie 7 times removed, bear your body more seeming, Audrey, as thus, sir. I did dislike this cut of a certain courtier's beard. He sent me word. If I said his beard was not cut well, he was in the mind it was. This is called the retort courteous. If I sent him word again it was not well cut, he would send me word he cut it to please himself. This is called the quip modest. If again it was not well cut, he disabled my judgment. This is called the reply churlish. If again it was not well cut, he would answer, I spake not true. This is called the reproof valiant. If again it was not well cut, he would say, I lie. This is called the countercheck, quarrelsome, and so to the lie circumstantial and the lie direct. And how oft did you say his beard was not well cut? I durst go no further than the lie circumstantial, nor he. durst not give me the lie direct, and so we measured swords and parted. Can you nominate in order now the degrees of the lie? Oh, sir, we quarrel in print by the book. As you have books for good manners, I will name you the degrees. The first, the retort courteous; the second, the quip modest; the third, the reply churlish; the fourth, the reproof valiant; the fifth, the counter-check quarrelsome; the sixth, the lie with circumstance; the seventh, the lie direct. All these you may avoid but the lie direct, and you may avoid that too with an if. If I knew when 7 justices could not take up a quarrel, but when the parties were met themselves, one of them thought but an if, as if you said so, then I said so, and they shook hands and swore brothers. If your if is the only peacemaker, but much virtue in if. Is not this a rare fellow, my lord? He's as good at anything, and yet a fool. He uses his folly like a stalking horse, and under the presentation of that he shoots his wit. Then in their mirth in heaven, when earthly things made even a note tone together, good Duke, receive thy daughter. Hymen from heaven brought her, yea, brought her hither, that thou mightest join her hand with his heart within his bosom is. To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours. If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter. If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind. If sight and shape be true, why then, my love, adieu. I'll have no further father, if you be not he. I'll have no husband, if you be not he, nor ne'er wed woman, if you be not she. Peace, ho, I bar confusion. 'Tis I make conclusion of these most strange events. Here's it that must take hands, bands, if truth hold true contents. You and you in no cross shall part. You and you are heart and heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman to your lord. You and you are sure together as the winter to foul weather. Was a wedlock hymn we sing, feed yourselves with questioning, that reason wonder may diminish. For thus we met, and these things finish. Wedding is great Juno's crown, O blessed bond of board and bed. 'Tis Hymen peoples every town. High wedlock then he be honoured, high honour and renown, to Hymen, god of every town. Oh, my dear niece, welcome thou art to me, even daughter, welcome in no less degree. I will not eat my word, now thou art mine. Thy faith my fancy to thee doth combine. Let me have audience for a word or two. I am the second son of old Sir Roland, that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duke Frederick, hearing how that every day men of great worth resorted to this forest, addressed a mighty power, which were on foot in his own conduct, purposely to take his brother here and put him to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood he came, where, meeting with an old religious man, after some question with him, was converted both from his enterprise and from the world, his crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all their lands restored to them again, that were with them exiled. This to be true, I do engage my life. Welcome, young man. Thou offerest fairly to thy brother's wedding. To one his lands withheld, and to the other the land itself at large, a potent dukedom. First in this forest let us do these ends, that here were well begun and well begot, and after every of this happy number, they have endured shrewd days and nights with us, shall share the good of our returned fortune according to the measure of their estates. Meantime, forget this new fallen dignity, and fall into our rustic revelry. Play, music, and your brides and bridegrooms all, with measure heaped in joy to the measure's full. So by your patience, if I heard you rightly, the Duke hath put on a religious life, and thrown into neglect the pompous court. He hath. To him will I, out of these convertites, there is so much matter to be heard and learnt. You, to your former honour I bequeath, your patience and your virtue well deserves it. You, to a love that your true faith doth merit. You, to your land and love and great allies. You, to a land well-deserved bed. Wrangling for thy loving voyage is but 2 months victualled. To your pleasures, I am for other than for dancing measures. Stay, Jacques, stay. To see no pastime I would have, I'll stay, to know at your abandoned cave. Proceed, we will begin these rites, and as we do, trust they'll end in true delights. It is not the fashion to see the lady, the epilogue, but it is no more unhandsome than to see the lord, the prologue. If it be true that good wine needs no bush, 'tis true that a good play needs no epilogue, yet to a good wine they do use good bushes, and good plays prove the better by the help of good epilogues. What a man am I in then am neither a good epilogue, nor cannot insinuate with you in the behalf of a good play. I am not furnished like a beggar, therefore to beg will not become me. My way is to conjure you, and I'll begin with the women. I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, to like as much of this play as please you, and I charge you, O men, for the love you bear to women, as I perceive by your simpering none of you hates them, that between you and the women the play may please. If I were a woman, I would kiss as many of you as I had beards that pleased me, complexions that liked me, and breaths that defied not. And I am sure as many as have good beards, or good faces, or sweet breaths, will for my kind offer, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell.